And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the RBN YouTube channel. This is All Things Arsenal. We are about to look at the pre-game analysis for today's game. So we've got Chelsea. Let's just go through the starting lineup because the teams are in. See if my memory works right, if I remember correctly. So we've got Leno in goal for Arsenal. We've got Suarez who's come in and take Chambers' place. That's interesting. We'll have a talk about that. We've got Holding replacing Ben White. Obviously, Ben White's got COVID. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. We've got Mari. He still retains his place. Left-footed defender with no Gabriel in. He's the choice there. And it looks like Arteta's definitely always going to play a left-footed defender or someone who's got a left foot there unless there's no one there to do the job. Tierney does it, as you say, keeps his place. Lokonga and Xhaka, I'm hoping Lokonga can get about the pitch, be the runner next to Xhaka there, and Xhaka behave himself against the very, very good Chelsea side today. Got Smith Rowe in 10th position. That's obviously his. I think him and Odegaard will be sharing that position. Whenever Odegaard's in, you're going to see Smith Rowe coming in from the left onto his right and just linking up with Odegaard. Got Saka, I think he's up to speed now, so he starts there. He may get a rest. Got Pepe up front. I agree with that. Let's look at Chelsea's team really quickly. We've got Mendy, we've got Christensen, Aspilicueta, Rudiger, Jorginho, Kovacic in the middle of the four, James on the right, Alonso on the left. Both very, 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 very good wing backs. You've got Mount and Havertz behind Lukaku. That's frightening. I'm not going to lie, that's a very, very frightening team. So I'll go straight to predictions today. My prediction is Chelsea by 2 goals, either 2-0 or winning 3-1. That said, this is obviously a football game and anything can happen. So here's what I see going on. First goal is going to determine what happens. Arsenal against the big teams often need to get the first goal to get some type of foothold in the game. It's been a while they've come from behind and beaten a really, really top team. But let's see what happens today. So with Ben White getting COVID, this is getting really, really interesting for Arsenal. We know last week, Lacazette and Oba, they got COVID. And that's what, sport preparations. But you're a Premier League team. You're in the Premier League. That's why you have a big squad for to cope with these surprises. And thankfully, we've got Holding, who's been playing at Arsenal for a while, knows what it does on the tin. Maybe not as good on the ball as some of the other centre backs, but he likes to defend. And I like Holding in there. Personally, whilst Gabriel's out and there's no Saliba, and obviously Chambers is solid, he does the job. He can also play right back as well, as we know. I would be playing Holding and Ben White. I'd be saying, you know what? Yes, he's not left-footed, but maybe play Ben White in that left-footed side because he's accomplished on the ball and maybe better. Let's go for that. Especially with someone going up for headers in the air, I think Holding goes up for headers more. But that's my take. Arteta's the one who sees them every day. He's got a vision and a future for where he's going with things. So let's go with that. Nothing to cry over about. With Partey out, it only makes sense. It's Lokonga and Xhaka next to one another. I'd be tempted to give Now's a try, but we know he hasn't yet proved himself in the midfield yet to stake a claim for starting. But he's in the squad. That's a good thing. I can see he's in the squad over El Nani. Let me just check that bench one more time. See he's on the bench today. We've got El Neni's actually on the bench. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see who gets that bench spot when Partey returns, when Odegaard is there, and when Lacazette is back as well. That'll be interesting to see who retains a place on the bench. Good to see Ramsdale on the squad. I hope he's going to put the pressure on Leno to make sure that Leno's honest and keeping on his toes. Now, as far as Pepe down the middle up front, I think it's the best position for him. He only needs to worry about running in behind, turning and facing and scoring. He may not be an out-and-out nine. He may hold on to the ball and things like that, but he may actually cause the issues whereby he could actually now focus on either getting a goal or getting an assist for a score. I don't think he does so well in Saka's position because he doesn't track back that well, and against better defenders he struggles. So it's against the poor teams really, or the lower ranked teams, that Pepe's ever thrived. I can't remember a big team whereby he's dominated and done something great. That said, this is his third season at Arsenal. He's got a 4-year contract. Next year is his last year. This is his last hurrah. Let's see what happens. For me, if he doesn't have such a great game and great impact today, Odegaard definitely comes in and he's back on the bench. And Pepe's not a bad option to come off the bench. You've got to have strong benches in this day and age. Great to see Obo on the bench. I'm hoping he can come on and have an impact, especially whether it be a goal or an assist, just to get his confidence going. Let's see how that goes. So a quick look at Chelsea. Obviously, this is all things Arsenal, so we're going to major on Chelsea. I'm hoping Saka's fit, by the way. I'm hoping Smith Rowe can get an assist or a goal today. Needs one. I'm expecting a big game from Martinelli. Remember that goal he scored against Chelsea? Obviously, that was late on in the game. What you call it? Kante slipped and he was on to score the goal. So let's see what he's able to do. Now we've got Mendy, decent keeper. Those three at the back, they know what they're doing. That's with Kreta. Experienced Christensen's experienced now. So is Rudiger. Jorginho, Kovacic, you can't argue with that. They're going to keep the ball well. The only thing is that maybe Lokonga, if he has a good game, he can get running around them. But we know they got Mount as well, so that's going to be difficult. Everywhere on the pitch, man for man, Chelsea have the better players. Up front, Lukaku over I was about to say Cisse, Pepe. We've got Mount and Havertz. We've got, if you like, Martinelli and Saka. You could say Saka rivals Havertz and Mounts, but definitely Martinelli still got a catching up to do with them. Midfield, obviously, you're going to take theirs. Jorginho and Kovacic over Lokonga and Xhaka. Now, Xhaka, on his day, if he's playing advance, he can do a few things with the ball, keep the ball and pass it well. It's just which Arsenal's going to turn up. Like I said, my prediction is Chelsea by 2 goals, but this is a football game and anything can happen. So I hope to see you guys here live and direct from the RBN YouTube channel at 7:30 p.m. when I do the post-game analysis. Hopefully smiling. Might have some other Gooners and Chelsea fans with me, so that should be interesting. But if not, you'll be here with me anyway. See you then. As you can see my name on the screen, being your host, Olumide, and hopefully I'll see you at 7:30. Subscribe, like this, and share it with your people. Come on, the Arsenal.